Hello viewers, welcome to the channel, welcome to another Minecraft video. In today's tutorial, we're going to be building the Ilmatorjuntapanssarivaunu, or shortened to the ItPsv 41, or better known as the Swedish L-62 Anti I self-propelled anti-aircraft gun. This is a originally Swedish manufactured tank built by Landsverk in 1941. That was produced in 6 units and sold to the Finnish during the Continuation War. These did quite effectively, downing I think 1 aircraft historically, which saved a good tank battalion, and they all survived the war and I believe are on display in museums in their respective country. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. To begin the first layer, we're going to take, as always, 1 placer block. And behind it, we're going to build out a row of 1 dark oak slab, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, so 9 total. And 1 more, of course, each side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And looking towards the front, from the left side, here we're going to place down 1 dark oak trapdoor, nothing on the other side. And now for the tracks, some simple stuff, 2 nether brick stairs, 1 nether brick slab going right to the side of the outside dark oak slab, and then 1 up slab behind it, in front of it, And behind this, we're going to build out, I think, 2 grindstones. Got to have them face them in the correct direction, which is just placed off the slab like so, and the next one off the other grindstone. So behind those 2 grindstones, we're going to place down 1 dark oak trapdoor, and behind this sneak down, place 2 more grindstones just like we did before. Or nope, that's just 1 actually, and then 1 dark oak trapdoor, and then 2 more. Sorry about that. And behind that, just like we did in the front, 2 nether brick slabs, 1 floor and 1 upper. And of course, below all the visible blocks, we're going to dig them up and replace them with nether brick. And lastly, we're just going to put some item frames on each of the grindstones here, and put some green terracotta inside, and that will finish up your first layer, and we can move on to layer 2. To start the second layer, we're going to first place down a green terracotta block right on top of this middle first dark oak slab, and in front of that, just a normal dark stair. And behind it, we're going to go out a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you should have another total of 9. Then 1 dark oak upside down stair right behind there. And we put a dark oak sign on it, and that should be it for the middle row. Next, to the side with the trapdoor on it, we're going to place down 1 spruce stair. 1 spruce stair on this side, but just a normal dark oak on the opposite side. So let's put down 9 green terracotta, and then an upside down dark oak stair behind it. So with the middle 3 layers all knocked out, we can move on to the tracks. So it's going to be a bit more complicated than the last track layer. So first, we're going to place down 1 nether brick stair, and behind it 1 nether brick up slab. This dark oak stair will be facing outwards, so the face is facing towards the back. 1 nether brick stair, and then 1 dark oak stair upside down facing the opposite direction. Next, I believe this is going to be a nether brick stair. Place as such. Then we're going to take the nether brick slabs, carry it back all the way to the last green terracotta block, and then lastly 1 daily sensor. So with the base all laid down, we can put an item frame right on the first stair. Place a cobweb inside of it. Place 1 item frame on each of the 2 upside down stairs. Then we're going to go out 2 blocks and place down 1 more item frame. So we're going to take some signs, place down 1 on each of the stairs, including this one here, and 1 covering up this item frame right here. And inside of all the item frames, as usual, 1 green terracotta block. So your track shape should look like this. And with that done, we can move on to the third layer. starting with the third layer, which is where we're going to get into the last layer of the hull, and it's going to be a little bit more in-depth, as I believe this is going to be our first tank with an actual detailed, reasonably accurate interior. So let's just get started. So first we're going to place down one backwards facing zombie head on this first green terracotta block. Behind it, one dark oak stair. Then we're going to place on that block right here, we're going to need a bit of string, if I can grab it. Yep, there we go. Alright, so behind the stair, one string. Then behind the string, we're going to place down one dark oak stair, facing the same direction as the one in front of it. Next, we're just going to, I believe, skip a block. Then behind it, one mossy cobblestone wall. Yep. And behind the mossy cobblestone wall, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to place down dark oak full block. And behind that, green terracotta block. And that's actually going to be followed by two more. And then a zombie head right at the back. So moving on to the two outside layers. First, just like before, one backwards facing zombie head. Then on the left side, we'll place down one dark oak stair. But on the opposite side, we're going to place down one upside down shulker box, as such. And after that, we're going to skip 3 blocks, place down a mossy cobblestone wall, and I believe we're going to place a, let's just get the skeleton skulls out of the way. No, actually, just not quite yet, on second thought. So, behind this mossy cobblestone wall, same thing as before, one dark oak slab, one green terracotta, then we're going to place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls, but a zombie head right at the back again. So now with the 3 middle layers done, all that's left is the side. So to start off, we're going to place down one green carpet, and behind that dark oak trapdoor. Then placed off the trapdoor, we're going to use one item frame. Place a snowball inside of it. Then behind the trapdoor, one mossy cobblestone wall. Behind that, a green terracotta block. One mossy cobblestone wall. And outwards facing dark oak trapdoor. And behind that, one green terracotta wall again. A green terracotta block. Sorry, all over the place today. Then for the seats, we're going to place down on the side with the shulker box. We're only going to place down one off of the wall. But on the side, we're going to place one off the wall and then the stair. So moving on to the back, we're going to connect these 2 blocks with a mossy wall in the middle. The side should be pretty much the same, which is going to be one green carpet behind it. On the side with the 2 skulls on, we're going to place down 2 spruce slab. On the other side, rather, we're going to place down 2 dark oak. Nothing is going to go on the spruce, so right now we're going to need to grab a spruce sign and also a ladder. So place down an item frame on the front and the back. Place down a ladder inside of it. I believe you want to get it facing horizontally. And then to each side, we'll place down, just to the side, 2 spruce signs. And finally, the walls have like sides of the hull rather have like an outwards angle. So to complete that, we're going to place down one dark upwards facing flipped upwards trapdoor, starting on this green terracotta block, and we're going to carry it all the way down, as such. So you should finally have something that looks like this, probably exactly like that. Just want to check around, make sure I have everything correct. So on the left side, from facing towards the front, we're going to want to place down an item frame right on this green terracotta block right here, and then just a stone axe inside of it. So that should be the only thing that I missed. So on to the last layer. So to start with the turret, and we're going to finish it up with this last layer, I'm going to place down one dark oak stair right on top of the one below it, exactly as is. And then behind that, we're going to place down 2 anvils, and then a wooden skeleton skull. So one anvil placed right off the string, then one right off the stair, and a wooden skeleton skull placed right off behind it. Then we're going to take another dark oak stair in the same fashion, place it right on top of this mossy calcium wall. Then behind the stair, one green stained glass pane, and for the engine deck, we're just going to need dark oak buttons and a carpet. So just place row 3 buttons on the row 3 green terracotta, then behind that, just one green carpet. So moving on with the turret, we're going to place a green stained glass pane just right to the side of the stair, and then one block right behind it. And going to do something pretty much the same thing. We'll place down one green stained glass pane right to the side, and then one green terracotta block right on top of this second block right here, which is going to be the mossy cobblestone wall. Then we're going to do that one more time. So another block right here. Then we're going to turn this into a corner stair, placed as such. Then we're going to connect these two with a mossy cobblestone wall. And then you should have row 3 green stained glass panes right behind the row 3 stairs. So some side detail, just for some slight roundness. Place down a sign right on this last green terracotta block. And for a Finnish roundel, which I believe is the Air Force one, we're going to need a birch button and a blue stained glass pane, and of course an item frame. So first down, place the button, item frame, and then inside of it, blue stained glass. So you should get the look I'm trying to go for is the white outer ring, the blue inner, and then the white circle right in the center. So I think it works quite well. Now for the barrel, we're going to need end rod and with a skeleton skull. So just 2 end rods placed right off the stair. Oops, with a skeleton skull placed right up end of it. And then for the very last thing, since the turret goes up about one more half block and has pretty much a slant to it, we're just going to use some good old trusty heads, and right on top of this stair, place down one zombie head, and also either side of the stair, place down one item frame, and inside of it one green glass pane, just so from at least the side profile it gets a bit more accurate angle. So not really much more I can do about that, but that's what they're there for. Next, we're going to use our heads again. Gonna try and match these angles as best I can. So good so far. Gonna do something similar to the side. And this one should be angled slightly inward. There you go. So should have something that looks like this. And for the inside, we're going to place down one end rod going off of this second mossy cobblestone. Sorry, why do I keep saying that? On the second green terracotta block. And on the opposite side, we're going to place down, one dark oak fence gate on top of this skeleton skull. Open it up. And lastly, for the magazine, which best I can do is one with a skeleton skull. And I believe that will finish off our, I don't want to pronounce it again, but our ItPsv 41 or Landsverk L-62 Anti I. So, hope you enjoyed the tutorial. A nice Finnish tank mixed up for a change. I think it came out pretty well. Again, hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video.